The Mandalorian Chapter 7, The Reckoning, brought us back to the main storyline and reunited Mando and the Child with some old friends and enemies. And while Episode 7 was light on Easter eggs, it was one of the better episodes of the season. Let's break down some key things we noticed from Chapter 7.
What a precious little creature. I can see why you didn't want to harm a hair on its wrinkled little head.
The first season of The Mandalorian is coming to a close with one episode left airing on December 27th. This week's episode was directed by Deborah Chow, who also directed the fantastic Chapter 3, and made a cameo as an X-Wing pilot in Chapter 6. Chapter 7 was all about getting the band back together for one final mission. We saw the return of IG-11, Cara Dune, Kuil, and Greef Karga as they faced the Client and his dirty stormtroopers one last time. While the episode focused much more on story and development, rather than gifting hardcore Star Wars fans Easter eggs here and there, The Reckoning did have some interesting moments worth discussing, from characters' backstories to new character appearances. Cara Dune is back, and we first see her in a fistfight against a Zabrak. Darth Maul was a Dathomirian Zabrak. This isn't the first Zabrak we've seen in The Mandalorian. In Episode 3, we saw a Zabrak bounty hunter.
Come back soon.
Also at the bar where Cara's fight takes place is a colorful Rodian. Mando enlists Cara's help for his new mission. She's hesitant at first, but once she finds out they're fighting Imperial enemies, she's immediately on board. Cara hates the Empire and used to fight against them as a shock trooper for the Rebel Alliance.
He's Imperial.
I'm in.
Although he doesn't get into too much detail, it's revealed that the Ugnaught, Kuil, served on the Empire during the war, and he owed his client, the Empire, a debt. Later, he explains he was sold to the Empire and got his way out by his work ethic. He obviously didn't want anything to do with the rulers of the galaxy.
Do not cast doubt upon that of what I am, nor whom I shall serve.
While Cara and Mando are arm wrestling, the Child comes to his keeper's defense to force choke Cara. This doesn't mean he's a Sith or part of the dark side though, as various Force-sensitive beings have access to different powers. He just happens to know how to do the Force choke, much like the man that made it famous, Darth Vader, who just so happens was born the same year as the Child. This episode also confirmed the Child's ability to use Force healing, as he demonstrates his ability when miraculously healing Greef Karga's damaged and poisoned arm. If you recall in Episode 2, the Child reached his hand out, attempting to heal Mando's wounds. Force healing is a power using the Force to accelerate the natural healing process rapidly. This is the first time in live action that we got to see someone use the ability to Force heal. We've seen Scout Troopers before, most notably in Return of the Jedi on the Forest Moon of Endor. However, it's typically good old-fashioned stormtroopers acting as gatekeepers at various establishments, like in A New Hope at Mos Eisley. Seeing a Scout Trooper in this position is very new.
I have a gift for the boss.
Chain code.
Also, the voice behind the mask was Adam Pally, known for his TV work on Happy Endings and The Mindy Project. The Client has a chat with Mando about the Empire and how great they supposedly are because of how they allegedly improve on everything they touch. However, the Empire's takeover on Mandalore was a bit hostile.
Why did Mandalore resist our expansion?
Even when they ruled over the planet, they attacked the people there. This can all be seen on the animated series Clone Wars and Rebels. The Empire may not be as fledgling as we thought. Aside from plenty of very clean stormtroopers closing in on Mando and company, we get a group of Death Troopers, which are an elite force that serves as protection to high-ranking Imperial officers. These troopers have appeared multiple times in Rebels and in the movie Rogue One. Finally, we get to see Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon, a high-ranking Imperial officer.
You have something I want.
Who's this guy?
He makes an impressive entrance in a very fancy new TIE fighter. Before this, the Empire seemed like a completely crumbled group with a few stormtroopers holding on to the past, but Gideon seems to have restored some power to the Empire. This could be the beginnings of the First Order. What did you think of Chapter 7? What do you hope to see in the season finale? Let us know in the comments below. And subscribe for more Star Wars videos, including our upcoming spoiler review of The Rise of Skywalker. This is the way.